Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a review of the new budget smartphone announced by Infinix, the Infinix Hot 10 Play. So Infinix Hot series has been pretty popular and they have launched a lot of devices. Last year we had the Hot 9 series. Now we have the Hot 10 Play launched in India for a price starting 8499, and this device comes with quite decent hardware for the price segment. It has a large 6.82 inches HD plus resolution display. It is powered by the MediaTek Helio G35 octa-core processor, 4GB RAM, 64GB internal storage, and you get a 13 megapixel dual camera, 8 megapixel selfie camera, and a 6000 mAh capacity battery. So how good is the device for the price segment? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. So if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now the Hot 10 Play is quite similar to the previous launches by Infinix in the budget segment. You get a pattern on the back panel, and you get a large 6.82 inches display, and in the front panel you can see that the display has a notch, the U notch or water drop notch, and the bezels at the bottom are also quite okay for the budget segment. You get the power and volume keys on the right side. The left side houses the SIM tray, which has a dedicated SD card slot included along with dual SIM card support as well. Now the bottom panel has the micro USB charging and the 3.5mm audio jack. The micro USB could have been moved to USB type C, although many have done that. Now the back panel again looks quite okay. We have the dual camera setup, the AI branding, the quad LED flash. It's placed into a rectangular layout. You also get the fingerprint scanner and the pattern and the Infinix branding. We have a glossy or a kind of finishing on the back panel, which actually feels quite good. The build quality is definitely good for a budget segment. The device is kind of okayish in terms of the in-hand feel. It's slightly on the heavier side though, because of the larger battery as well as larger display. But overall, if you are looking for a large device, especially for online calls and online classes, then this makes a good option because you get a large capacity battery as well as you get a large display as well. Now moving on to the display. Now this device comes with a large display. We get an HD plus resolution display here. Now as I said in our previous Infinix videos as well, Infinix as a brand has given good displays in the budget segment as well. So here there is no difference. Here also you get a pretty good or decent display out there. The colors are vivid and the touch response is extremely smooth. Overall display quality looks good. The brightness levels are not very impressive, although it could have been slightly better. But overall we feel the display feels quite okay for the most part, considering that this is a budget device, and for this price segment watching videos is quite good on this device. So overall we feel the display feels quite good for the price segment of 8500 it is being offered. Next, let's move on to the software. So Infinix devices are powered by the XOS, which is a custom UI from Infinix. Now we have XOS 7.0 on this device along with Android 10. So that's the software. So if you have used an Infinix smartphone, you might be already knowing that it comes with a lot of additional options. So you get a very clean UI, but you do still get a lot of options like themes and customization options. You get the game turbo mode, the social turbo, smart assistant option. Therein you get some smart panel, action gestures, and a lot of additional features are also included here. So it's quite a good UI in terms of features being offered, but at the same time the biggest issue with the UI is the number of bloatwares it ships with. So you can see here it comes with a lot of bloatwares, a lot of unwanted games and apps are pre-installed, some of which are quite useful, but then the majority of them, more than 75% of the apps pre-installed, are kind of bloatware. So we feel Infinix should be doing better here in terms of including a lot of bloatwares in the UI. So that's one of the biggest issues with the Infinix, but you can uninstall many of them, but then ideally we feel it should have been avoided because most of them are kind of useless apps. Now next talking about the performance. So this device is powered by the Helio G35 octa-core processor and you get 4GB RAM and 64GB internal storage. Now the Helio G35 is kind of decent performance device. The G series are already known for budget gaming, but the G35 is in the device which you can do heavy gaming. Although you can play some casual games, it's nowhere close to what other G series devices like the G90 or G95 offers. It's kind of a budget chipset, and for the price segment it offers quite decent performance. In terms of day-to-day experience, you won't see any stutters, but again it's not a very responsive UI. You do feel some slight hiccups while using multiple apps at the same time, but overall we feel for 8500 it provides decent experience with the Helio G35, and this is definitely not a device for gamers. Now this device comes with dual SIM cards, again as I said before, dual VoLTE, and you also get a dedicated SD card slot included. Now there is also face unlock and fingerprint scanner included. The fingerprint scanner performs quite well. It may not be the fastest out there, but you do get a decent performance again. Now moving on to the cameras. So we have a 13 megapixel dual camera on the back panel, and you also get an 8 megapixel selfie camera. Now for 8500 you get a decently performing camera. You can see the daylight shots have come quite okay, not bad in terms of sharpness levels. The colors are also acceptable at this price segment, the budget segment, and you can also see that the close-up shots and even the selfies have come quite okay for the price segment, although again not a camera centric device. But again the low light performance seems to be pretty much average. You can see a lot of noise in the low light performance. So this is not a camera centric smartphone, but you can take some decent shots or rather casual shots in the daylight conditions. That's probably the purpose of this camera, not a really great camera centric device. Now moving on to the battery life. This device comes with a 6000 mAh capacity battery, again with 10 watt charging. That's more or less expected, the 10 watt charging, and the battery performance is stellar on this device. You can get like 1.5 days easily on this device, so battery life should be really good on this device. So that is a detailed review of the Infinix Hot 10 Play. So summing up the pros and cons, the pros include good display, decently built device, again decent software experience, and great battery life. Now the cons include a lot of bloatware included in this device which should have been avoided. Then performance and gaming are not great. You could have done with a slightly better chipset at least this price segment, and even the low light experience of the camera was kind of very much average. So those are the pros and cons. So at 8499 it is a decent device to buy with great battery life and decent display and decent software experience. So that is a detailed review of the Infinix Hot 10 Play. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.